All right, part two, we are going to do the front shocks on this Samsung front load washer. The first video, we did the rear shocks. Step one is going to be getting yourself a pair of Nina nose pliers. We need to take this retaining ring, it's spring loaded, to release the rubber seal on the front. So just kind of pull and stretch, then you're able to just pull it right off. Now that we got that off, you just want to pull it down and push it in, just so it's out of the way when we go to pull that front door panel off. Now we just need to pull these two Phillips head screws out of the back to release the top panel. Then all you have to do from here is pull it back towards yourself and slide it right off. Okay, now we have to take these screws off across the top. Okay, here's a little tip for you. So we're working on it right here. I just took these 4 screws out here. I'm gonna take those 4 screws and right over here in a nice clear spot, I'm gonna make a pile. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna work my piles down the line here as I take the screws off on the front. That way I know when I go to put it back together, I work in reverse till I get to the last 4 that I took out. Okay, super important. This is how I keep track of my screws. I haven't memorized all the screws or where they go. I just create piles, and I'll show you as those piles add up. But super important, because one of the hardest things to do is once you get it all apart and everything fixed, then trying to figure out how your giant pile of screws puts everything back together. There are clips right here on the side. Those clips are keeping it from being able to pull forward. I don't know if you can see it from here. That clip right there, see how it's not allowing me to pull it forward? So somehow I've got to get that clip undone first on the side there. See my fingers? So actually it looks like it's a pop up. Haha, there it is. So you actually push up and it pops up. And look, it just completely comes apart. So we're gonna do the same thing on this side. We're gonna push up. And there it is. Okay, that's the secret to getting this thing off without breaking all of these tabs here. There are 3 screws underneath that we need to go ahead and take off. Once again, pretty much everything's Phillips head. Okay, now I kind of mixed up my recording. We're gonna take out these 4 screws here, and then there's 1 screw down here, right there. You gotta take all those screws out before this door will pull off. But once it does, then you just push these little tabs in right here with a little screwdriver or, you know, whatever. And then this thing's gonna pull off. Let me show that. Now on these little clips here, they are just the push to release style. So all you have to do is get on it just right with your fingers, you'll feel it, and then you push and release. This one I had to get on it with my other hand in order to push it with my thumb there. Kind of wiggled it out, and it came out. Okay, so now here we are on the front side, and we have 1 shock here, just like on the back, with the hole to access it there and there. And then over on this side, definitely gonna have to take this off here. 1, 2, 3. This weight here will pull off, and then we'll be able to access that. Can still get to the bottom through this hole, but you can see that one's inaccessible with this weight on here. Probably be a little easier to do with the weight off there anyway. It'll take some of the weight off, and we won't have to hold it up and jam these in there. So, all right, so we're gonna get our impact back out with our sockets, and we'll start right over here. Now, just as a reminder from the first video, I'm going to use this to hand thread it in the first couple of turns just to make sure it doesn't get cross threaded, and it allows the extension kind of holds the bolt for me as I move the shock into place. Super important as you go to put the door back on to pull your little rubber hose out so it doesn't get squished in between the door. It can actually chop this thing, so just want to be careful. And it should seat right on there. And if you accidentally get a nasty scuff, a magic eraser does wonders to take it back off. You'll see here. It looks like brand new again. Alright, now here's where we want to make sure our tabs line up and slide into place. If they don't, they have a tendency to break. These tabs actually can break pretty easily, so I take the extra care to make sure it lines up, and then it'll just snap right into place for you. So as it turns out, none of the metal screws actually needed to come out. We only needed to take out the 4 on the plastic, and then the 3 holding this in place right here. That does have to come out before it'll release the faceplate. So really we should have only taken 7 screws out, but sometimes the whole thing has to come off. That just wasn't the case with this one here. trick to this one, if you're having issues, is to kind of push it in place as you stretch and pull it with the pliers, and it should go ahead and snap right into place for you. If you guys know someone who's having appliance troubles, please send them the link to this video or a link to my channel where I have tons of other videos showing how to fix pretty common issues with appliances, sometimes for free or as little as cost as possible. It sure beats having a repairman come out and spending several $100s for them to fix it when it could be something so simple and so small that you can fix it. So follow the tips in the video. If you have any tips or any best practices, maybe something I missed, drop it in the comments because I do read the comments and I do learn a lot from them as well. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, like and share this content. We'll get it out to more folks who need to save some time and some money. And I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching.